Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, it's Sunday, and it's How to App on iOS. We're doing a special edition today, just for shits and giggles. So if you're joining me in the live stream, say hello, let me know you're here, and welcome to the show. Exciting stuff today. So, as many of you would know, I've been waiting for, since March for my Positive Grid Spark guitar amplifier to arrive, and yesterday it came. Happy days. Good morning in the chat, SM Borthwick, good to see you. Scott, Benedict Stewart, g'day. Hope you're all doing good. I'm pretty damn excited. I've actually been up early today, cleaned up my entire studio and stuff, a bit of cable management, really needed it. I know a few people were getting a bit anxious over my cable management, which was a bit of a mess. G'day Tom Rochelle, good to see you. It is very exciting, I can tell you that. So, what are we doing? We've got my Spark amp. We're just going to play with it today. Just going to do the 20-minute thing today. I'm not really going to go into too much. Look, the beauty of this amp, let me just say off the bat, is this thing is incredibly easy to set up. It takes nothing. You basically plug it in, you open the app, and it's just rocking. You don't even need to open the app. It already has 4 presets, which sound incredible. So, without further ado, let's skip over here, and we should be able to leave your comments up. There we go. You see my fat belly. So here it is, sitting right here on my drum stool, because I haven't had a chance to really set up a space for it. So there it is. It's really tiny. I mean, look at that. It's super small. So let me give you a bit of a closer look at it. It's really light, super light. It's got this let me see if it's got this handle here at the back, which is it's a leather strap. Really easy to carry and pick up. It was actually heavier in its box. It looks fantastic. The top of it is pretty straightforward. There's a lot of knobs. There's more knobs here than a pub on Friday night. So basically across the top here, you've got this little section here. This lets you change between acoustic, bass, clean guitar. What do we got? Glassy, crunch, high gain, and metal. So you can click between those. Of course, you've got a gain switch here. You've got your bass, mid, treble. You've got a master volume here, and these 3 are effects there. So you've got a delay, a reverb, and a modulator, and an overall output. So these flashing lights here across the top, this is clearly for your delay. So you can click that and change the rate of the delay, as you can see there. The 4 buttons across here are your 4 presets that are already built in, and you can change these at any time. So currently I've just left the 4 that are built into it. So you've got a clean, you've got a basic rock, a grungy, a blues, a rock, and then a metal. But you can change those at any time. Then you've got this tiny little, this is really small. So it's one little thing I don't like about it. This little knob here could be a little bit bigger. So this is a volume for when you're using your auxiliary in to play stuff off your phone or whatever you're plugging in, or your Bluetooth stuff, or if you're using playing to a backing of like YouTube music or Apple Music. So we'll get to that as well. So the back of it, it's pretty basic. There ain't much there. There's your power, so your voltage power in. You've got a USB, you've got an auxiliary, and that's about it. So I've seen a lot of people bitching about this, saying, but it doesn't have an out to go into my cabinet and stuff. It's a fucking practice amp. I don't know what people expect. It's a practice amp, and it's a fucking good practice amp. The tones on this thing are incredible. Now, I know most of you people here who would have played on a practice amp at some time in your life, you would know that most practice amps suck. They're incredibly horrible. And no matter what pedal you put to them, This thing is way better than a practice amp. I've only been playing it for one day and it's incredible. So let's have a look at it, shall we? What I'm going to do is switch cams. I think I've got another cam view here. So you can see my iPad and the actual Spark. And I'll show you how easy it is to sync. But before we do anything else, I'm just going to grab my guitar. I'm going to play two different guitars today. I've got my 7-string for some brutal metal. And I've got my 6-string, which we want to turn that down. I don't want to blow your ears out with that noise. Where are we? Track. There. Cool. Okay, so we'll just plug in. Turn that back up. So, remembering that, do I have a pick? I did have a pick somewhere, and I've probably misplaced it. Getting ready for the show. I'm grabbing my cup of tea. Let's see if I can find one again. Man, picks, huh? I've normally got heaps of them laying around. There it is, right there. Okay, so I haven't even synced this up yet to the app. So this is just when you turn it on, and this is on the first setting, the first clean setting. I haven't really touched anything, so everything's pretty much on 0 for in the middle for the bass and mids and everything. So there you go. Let's click across to the next built-in. So out of the 4, let's click across to number 3. Cool. Now I have currently the modulation, the delay and the reverb all turned down on the actual unit. So these are just the built-in presets that I don't need to turn the actual app on for. And the last one is metal. So wow. So there are your 4 presets that are built in. Pretty cool stuff, just for messing around. And I mean, you can alter them just by adding, I can add some more delay to that. Just by playing with the knobs. But let's have a look at the app now, shall we? So we'll open up the app here. And this is the first screen that you get. It basically says, let's get smart. Now, I will let you know that it worked perfectly out of the box, connected fine. But what I did do before this show was I went in and I upgraded the firmware on my PC. So I've got the latest firmware just to make sure everything works. And there's been a couple of times when I have tried to connect it and it's come back saying I can't connect. So that's an issue. Hopefully they do work it out. Let's see if it works first. Go now. Just click that connect button and see, that's what I got. No devices found. But normally, it works. I've had it happen a couple of times where it does that and then it connects the next time like that. And we're connected. So it hasn't really changed anything. I'm still using the same 4 presets that are built in. And I will let you know too that I am running this directly into my mixing desk that I use for the show today. because it's early in the morning, I decided not to. I was going to put a mic in front of it as well and show you both, because it actually is really, really loud. But because it's so early in the morning, I really don't want to wake everybody up in my neighborhood, because it is that effing loud. So you're just hearing it straight through my mixing desk today. But who knows? Down the line, we'll try it out with the microphone. I just wanted to show you all nice and quickly, since I got it yesterday, what's the deal. So let's just have a look at this metal. So this is the preset that's built in here on the screen, as you can see. I'll just go to a full screen of it so you can see it. Okay, so at any time I can change out anything on here. So again, I can click on the gate and manipulate that. I can go to a compressor. I think you double click the actual top of the up here to actually double click and it brings up all the different things. What are we doing? So we're looking at amps here. Then when you hit the mod, you've got all your mod pedals. When you hit delay, you've got a whole bunch of delay pedals here. And the same with reverb. Heaps of reverbs. And your drive pedals. So you've got your fuzzers, you've got your metals, lots of muffs, all that kind of stuff. That's all in there. Compressors, so you've got 5 compressors sitting in there as well. But you only get 1 gate. That's disappointing. I wish there was another gate. But this is a pretty cool gate. And as you can see, like with this metal sound, let's get out of this. How do we get back? I can't remember how to get back. This is how we do it, I think. No, that's not right. We just go to metal and close. There we are. So that's my setup. Can you change this? You can't actually change the speaker. Right. So as you can see, there's hardly any gate. It's turned on, but there's no noise there whatsoever, which is pretty damn cool. Let's bring in some delay and reverb. Pretty damn cool. Flick them away and they're gone. When you click this top section here, it shows you these are your 4 presets that are built into the ampliphone, your 4 channels. You can edit these at any time. Whoops, let's go here. So you can change the name of them. You can change the name of it. You can change presets, and I'll show you how to do that very soon. And you can replace those presets with anything that you find on the tone cloud. So as you can see along the top here also, there's all these selections here. So acoustic, bass, alternative, metal, rock. And you get a bunch of them that are already kind of built in. So if we go over here to pop, there's about 4 normally in each one. So if we click on one of these, Silver Ship. Let's try another one. Sweet. Let's go and check out a rock one. So there's 4 here. Modern Stone. Let's try that. What's some Dark Soul? Crazy Crew. I'm guessing that's like based off a Motley Crue thing kind of thing. So you can see already built in, there's a lot of really good stuff there. And all the sounds are incredible. Shit you not. I'm blown away. I've never had pulled something out of the box, plugged it in, and everything's just sounded so great straight out of the box. I'm very, very impressed. Just a bit of morning ASMR tea in my How to App an iOS cup. So what else can we do with this thing? Let's have a look. Let's go and get some presets. Now, if you've used any positive grid apps before, like Bias FX or Bias Amp or anything like that, and you've logged into your tone cloud, this is really cool because all you need to do is up the top here, click on this little cloud icon, and it normally asks you at the beginning to log into your tone cloud account, which I've already done here, and you have access to, what is it? It's over 10,000 tones already just waiting, sitting here, all organized into sections. So you can go through and get a head start of what you want to find. So let's, as usual, go to metal because we all love a little bit of metal. And just like Bias FX, you don't have to actually download the tone before trying. You can try it before you actually download it. So I can see at the top here, somebody's got Metallica. Let's see how lame this sounds. It's Metallica after all. That's pretty cool. And as easy as you're like, ooh, got a bit of Mighty Sabbath here. Let's see what that sounds like. Sweet. Let's just grab some Sabbath. So all you need to do to add it to your bank is this little download button. Click it. Gives you the option to where you want to save it in Metal. Hit save. You can call it whatever you want, and you're done. Close out. Go up there. So it's now in my bank, and this is my Metal bank. So I've already added a few tones in here, and as you can see, there it is right down the bottom. Easy to delete, easy to edit. Very, very cool. I mean, they've made it the app. All the buttons and everything are all very large, easy to use. You can use it on your iPhone. You can use it on your iPad. It's very simple to use. So what are some of the sounds I've already got here? So I've got like this Death March thing. What do we got? Cool. I think I already had the Metallica one, so what else is here? Some Dimebag Darrell ripoff. Cool. There's a lot of good sounds in here. I haven't really added anything to my blues yet, or rock. I haven't added anything to the alternative section yet. Well, that sounded weird. Cool. So, as I said, I'm not going to go too much into all of this stuff. I'm just going to pick a metal sound here that I like. This Death March one. So what else can you do with this thing? Well, it's a Bluetooth speaker, and it's got these really cool jamming features, which are ace. So if you click the middle section down the bottom there, this little musical note, you get this. basically all these tracks here that you can see, they are pre-recorded stuff. So there's like heavies, 80s metal backing tracks. You've got metal, you've got Stevie Ray Vaughan inspired stuff, blues, ballads. Like you can grab a ballad and you can play along with this stuff. So, and it gives you all the notes. So let's grab a ballad. Let's get a backing track or something. Just grab anything. And this is what happens. And you can play along with this shit. Let's turn it down a bit. And it gives you the notes of what you need to play. Pretty damn cool, huh? And there's tons of these things. They're everywhere. Look at them all. There is heaps, and the hip hop ones haven't even loaded yet. Incredible. Heaps of really cool stuff there. Plus, you'll notice across the top here, I better switch my camera across so you can actually see that I am playing along here. Let's just pick this acoustic. Oh, not that one. We actually want to. So, go back. We'll stop that. Across the top here, you'll see this pop, rock, funk, and blues. And you can create your own of these too. So I'm just going to pick let's pick a rock one because I've got the heavy metal guitar out. And it creates this drum and backing track with all your chords. So let's crank it up a bit. Pretty damn sick, huh? Awesome if you just want to practice, play along. So many uses for that. Let's get out of there. What else can you do? How long are we up? 24 minutes. Cool. So the last thing, you'll see this button across the bottom here. Let's have a look at that one. Down here. And what this does is it takes a look at your Spotify collection and your Apple Music. How sick. So you can add music from your entire collection or recently played music, and you can play along with that as well. That is cool. And the other way to access that is in the top corner up here. You can you've got settings here. So if you're logged into Spotify, I don't think I have yet, but if you click Apple Music, what it should do, there you go. So it brings up all your playlists. So, I mean, I can bring up Pete Johns here. So let's bring up Pete's album, Selfish Aware, and it should be able to find it, I do hope. Look at that. So it's grabbed Pete's music, and I can like grab something like, I don't know, Your Opinion, and click on that.
Everybody talks too much. They like to hear the sound of their own voice echoing across the room, and it don't mean much when it's
and you can play along.
than your opinion.
You can speed it up. You can slow it down.
Everybody
And look at that. After a little while, the chords will appear.
There's emotion, but it doesn't mean a lot. To anybody listening, getting up on your high horse, making sure we all know your opinion.
And you can play along. Yeah, copyright claim. Come after me, YouTube. I don't give a shit. But there you go. How damn cool is that, folks? And that is all built into this glorious little amplifier. Plus, I haven't even, you haven't even been able to hear how loud the actual amplifier is because I'm not actually playing it. Let's see, can we do it? Let's. I don't want to wake people up. If I pull this out, there we go. So this is just in the room, and this is only up on level 2 volume. And that doesn't even have a microphone in front of it. If I swing my microphone down, can I do it? There we go, let's try that. So, as I said, that's got my output volume on level 2. So that's pretty impressive. And I don't want to do that too long because I don't want to wake up everybody. Sorry for that noise. That wasn't my guitar lead. That was actually a fart. I fart electronically. So there you go. That is the brief look at this really killer amp. Is there anything crap about it? Was it worth the wait? That's the question that I did put in the title of this video. Was it worth the wait? So I nearly waited 5 months for it. And I tell you, when I got the notification yesterday to go and pick it up, I've actually ran to the post office, and I don't run because I run out of breath very quickly, but I ran, I grabbed it, I got it back here, I did a little unboxing video which I put on the GarageBand users group on Facebook, and within 5 minutes of having it out the box, I was playing and blown away. Sure, it doesn't have an output to go into a speaker box, to go direct into like your audio interface, but I mean, I tried it out going into GarageBand yesterday using the headphone jack into my Steinberg, and it sounded pretty damn fucking good to me. That sounded really cool. You can mic the thing up, so there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it pumps out a lot of volume, so miking it up is an option. And I'm definitely going to be trying that out coming up, because I do believe I'm going to be able to get a good sound because I have really good mics. And, you know, the actual speaker doesn't have a tweeter in it, which is something that, you know, we don't want. We don't want a tweeter inside this speaker. So microphone, you've got two speakers in here, so you've got plenty of options to place your microphone to get a good sound. So that's about it for today. I'm glad you could join me for an impromptu little look at this really killer amp. So I was saying, are there any downsides? The one downside I will have to say, and it's not really the downside of the amp. And before I go into that one, there's been a lot of negative press about this amp, about the delivery times. There were people only, still receiving them, and they ordered them back in December last year. The Positive Grid website has copped a lot of flack over this. They've been really bad with their communication through all this, and so a lot of people are really pissed off. But I think people are forgetting that we have been going through a pandemic. And about the time they started shipping was about March, exactly when this pandemic went down. So it wasn't only the delivery that got held up, they had to shut down their manufacturing plants, which were very small, because, you know, this is still a very early new product. So they shut down all the plants. So all the distributors of all the parts that they needed shut down as well. And then deliveries got shut down worldwide, so take that into consideration as well. And then once they did get back manufacturing again, more and more people had purchased the things. So there was a massive backlog. And, you know, for their bad communication, which I have to fault them for, plus a lot of people have complained that they took the money beforehand. So they've had our money for months and months. But who knew there was going to be a pandemic? But in the last month, they really have pushed the limits of really getting these things out and getting them shipped. So they've virtually almost caught up. So people now are getting them who placed orders in April and May. And they said by the end of this month, they should have everybody caught up by June, or for June orders. So it's probably a good time now to get on if you are going to get one, because you're definitely not going to have to wait as long as I did. So getting back to that other thing which pissed me off, and it's not to do with Positive Grid, it's the Australian dollar. The Australian dollar is worth shit at the moment. So instead of costing me $220 odd US, this nearly cost me $400. It's a lot of money to outlay for this thing, but after having it for a day and just being totally amazed by it, it's been worth the wait, definitely. And I look forward to the ease of just being able to plug in anytime. I'm looking forward to like adding these sounds to my album, and I think it's really going to add something to my music. So that's that. And I'll just show you one more thing before I split. I also received this yesterday. That is a Joyeux acoustic vocal amp. It's about 60 watts. And it is beautiful. It is sexy as fuck. I actually spent more time playing that yesterday with my acoustic guitars. I've fucking not heard a warmer sound for an acoustic guitar in a damn long time. So anyway, that's that. Tomorrow, what are we doing? Let's show you what we are doing tomorrow for tomorrow's show. Where are we? Here, I can get off cam now. Tomorrow we are looking at an app called, if I can find it, I can't even remember what it's called. What is it called? It's called Professional. It is called Let's Unmix. So let's do a quick search for it because it's worth your time. Let's Unmix. There it is. Basically what this app does is you can import an audio track from anything, Apple Music, wherever you want, any kind of music file, and it splits apart the drums, the guitar, the vocals, and you can save the individual tracks anywhere on your iPad. So we're going to be having a look at that one tomorrow, and that should be fun. So that's the end, folks. Stick around on YouTube because in about 25 minutes time over on Pete John's Studio Live Today channel, and he is going to be doing his usual show on Sundays, answering all your questions about GarageBand and all that stuff. And then, what is it? So at 12, so a couple of hours after that starts, he's doing a busking happy hour show. So make sure I'm sure I'm going to see you all there, like usual, on Sunday. And thank you very much for joining me today for this little update. And hopefully you'll catch up with me during this week because we're looking at this Let's Unmix app tomorrow, and the rest of the week we're looking at EQ apps and how to EQ and all about EQing and less is more, just like wearing makeup. So thank you very much for hanging out today. Like, share, subscribe, and all the usual diddly do stuff. Facebook, you can come and join me there. And that's about it for today. So take care. We'll see you over on Pete's channel. Be good, stay gangster, stay rockin', stay metal, and adios, my amigos. Bye-bye. Yeah.